Cancer, welcome to Moonfire Tarot. I'm Jules, intuitive tarot reader. All right, we're going to be looking into upcoming energies in love. All right, so do good to check your sun, your moon, your Venus, your rising if you can. Okay, watch it on fast forward if you need to. All right, we're going to try to keep these as short and personal as possible, but I am going to do a deeper dive here with these readings. I do have my shorts available, and of course, personal readings at Moonfire tarot.com. All right, Spirit, talk to me for our Cancers. What is coming up for them? What is in their energy in regards to love? All right, take a look. All right, we got poised. All right, Cancer, you are confident, you're shining, you're likely glowing with attractiveness. Okay, and I see a leg up. All right, you may be getting some help soon in the community. You're trying to stay flexible, trying new things. You may be even focusing on your health, and you have a sense of deep knowing about something. All right, something's poking at your intuition and your love life. Something about milk and honey, which is all in love. That is sensual love, abundance, a beautiful energy. All right, so this almost looks like time for a nap. All right, I'm gonna say Cancer, higher power. All right, I see what's going on here. All right, you're confident. You may be getting a leg up in life, literally, maybe getting some assistance. Someone may be helping you out in some way. And I see you're trying to be flexible and roll with the punches in life. Okay, you may even be focusing on your health right now as well with that energy. That's the download I got here. So you have an inner knowing. There's something about your intuition in a certain love dynamic, or you may feel like love is coming to you soon, that things are going to get better. But I also see time for a nap. All right, that is rest and restoration. I love this card, especially when I get it in like my when I ask for career questions and it's like time for a nap. I'm like, say no more. But now we have yin energy. So this is like resting, and yin energy is like the divine feminine. Okay, but the advice with that or the upcoming. It's like higher power, intuition again, serendipity, signs. And we have new life. Okay, new fresh perspective. Yin is like getting ready to receive, letting your partner take the lead on something. Okay, you may be waiting for someone to make power moves, and that is your intuition. That's why you're just confident and deep down, like you feel like this is coming, and you have this fresh perspective on life, and you're following the signs, serendipity, signs from the universe, and the higher power card is being connected like this. There's a lot of intuition, water signs. We flow with that intuition a lot more. I am a Cancer myself. Um, and this card feels very strong. New life or new perspective on life. Okay, so you can expect down the line to have some changes hitching you. Okay, with this energy. All right, it may not all happen out in a week or so, guys, but this is a big transition here. All right, so let's dive into. Let me pull some oracle cards, some more oracle cards for you, but more love specific. Let's see what's coming up here. What is the story about? Who is Cancer? And guys, if you're getting gut instinct, let me know. Well, what's this about? Like, who do you think is? Do you think someone's coming? Is it your partner? Like, everything's gonna be fine. You're letting them take the lead. Do you need more help around the house? Like, what's going on here? This can resonate in so many ways. But the bottom line is, milk and honey. At the end of the day, is like the best card in this deck as far as love, sensuality, abundance, things of that nature. Okay. Spirit, talk to me for Cancer. All right, what do we got here? Leaps forward. All right, movement, progress. Seize the moment. Let yourself be loved fully. And I see time heals. Be patient. Give time. So, see, this is what your gut instinct is about, Cancer. In time, you know that there's going to be a leap forward in your love life. Whether that's someone returning or a new love entirely, there is some type of download that you are getting, okay? Winding road. For some of you, this is a dynamic where it was very complicated, or you've been through it in love. Okay, you've had people with many love partners, or you dated a lot, or it was very complicated. But there's something that with this energy, whoever this person is, you guys radiate good love together, like when you are together and things are normal. Okay, so this is encouraging you to stay up, happy, open, and optimistic about your love life, even against all odds there. But I see power balance, have mutual respect, shared responsibilities. This is about making sure equality stays the same. So it may be a period where you guys focus on the equality in your relationship, making sure they're not extra partners, or if you're dating, that they that you guys are on the same page if you're deciding to be exclusive, And I see true acceptance. All right, let me see where that goes. That's usually a card of like needing to accept a partner for some reason. So here we go. True acceptance. So if there was a power balance, if there were other parties involved, this is like protect your energy, stay vigilant, maintaining healthy boundaries, but also accepting what happened in the past in order to let it go, maybe understanding why this person was doing X, Y, and Z, whatever your story is, okay? Because time heals tells me something went wrong. And then with all the detours and the winding road that's showing up, whether that was you being single and bouncing around and like trying to find someone, but everything was complicated, or this is all one person, okay? That's like the advice there, where you're going to be like doing these things. Yeah, rambling roads involving outsiders. Person might have been very distracted. All right, but I see a fine romance, loyalty, and open chapter. Yeah, there was a big attraction here, but this is true love. There's a sense of devotion between you guys. And I see open chapter and beyond compare. Ah, and ever after. I love that card. Okay. I'm swooning for you guys. Okay. Here we go. Open chapter. Revisit, enjoy. There's still pages to write in the story. Make them great. Beyond compare. That's realizing someone is beyond compare, whether you or your person is realizing, comparing new partners to past experiences. This is just like, hey, no one replaces Cancer, okay? Or you can't replace them. It's usually, it should be mutual. Ideally, right? And I see, and it feels very strong. And I see love blooms. A romance blooms into full blown feeling. Something gets deeper. Okay. And then right there, I have ever after. This is the ultimate happily ever after. We have grandma and grandpa on porch together, and right timing. Hold on, love coming soon. Enchanted whisper. Wow. So I say trust your gut instincts, Cancer. If this is your message, all right, if you're getting those feelings, something's not over, or good love is coming your way, okay, and that it's okay for you to just maybe focusing on yourself, that's fine. All right, Spirit, talk to me for Cancer. For Cancer, what is coming up for them? All right, let's take a look here. All right, what do we got? Nine of Pentacles. See, this is what I'm talking about, the poise and focusing on yourself. Nine of Pentacles energy is like, I give my energy to those who deserve it, okay? I'm looking good, I'm feeling good. But deep down, I see stuck energy. Now, you may be feeling stuck deep down, or your person is feeling trapped. Let me see. Eight of Cups. All right, this is giving me backstory here. The Sun. I feel like you were chasing happiness. I do feel like we're protecting your energy. Time heals, leaps forward. A lot of you may be not in contact, some of you, or you're focusing on yourself because someone was staying stuck, or you felt stuck in this situation and you walked away. 8 8 is about personal power, okay? The number 8, and you went to be 9. Like, I'm gonna have to be on my own for now, okay? Whatever the situation was. And it's like you were chasing happiness, or you needed clarity. The Sun, all right? Happiness, joy, things being revealed. And now I have the King of Swords here. Okay, air sign energy may be relevant, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or it's someone coming to speak up about something, and you're analyzing a situation. Okay, I'm gonna get more clarifiers, but I do have the Three of Wands. Like, this, it almost feels like this person's watching you miss them, or they're waiting and missing you. It's very interesting. But I will say, ever after, beyond compare, they may be feeling your loss. That's what this feels like. And now I see rushing in to speak up about something. So now we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. All right, Spirit, talk to me. What is this King of Swords going to say here? Oh, we have milk and honey and all this other stuff. So ever after, it looks like we know what they're probably going to say, but let's see what comes out here. King of Swords, the Fool. This person, now for some of you, this, I will say, this person for some of you is going to be new energy. Okay, not every Cancer is going to be reconciling. Okay, but this person wants to communicate a new beginning with you, with the Fool and the Ace of Wands. They want passion too, okay? They're excited, it's motivated, it's very sexual energy, a lot of fiery energy. And King of Pentacles, very grounded, all right? They're coming through also grounded, or seeing you that way. That is about abundance, boss energy, hubby, wifey energy. Nine of Cups, they want to tell you that you make them happy. You make them feel like all their cups are full. But what's interesting here is what they want to communicate. I feel like you went and found Nine of Pentacles energy where you were independent, all right, and comfortable in your energy. Now they're coming through in nine energy too. So what's important about that? We need to be at the nines before we can get to the 10. The 10 is the full enchilada, so to speak, usually. Okay. It's like 10 of Cups is happy family, fully committed, emotional happiness. The 10 of Pentacles is being financially stable and or just long-term generational families. We have grandma and grandpa there and that 10 of Pentacles card. Okay. So this is probably why ever after is a potential for you guys if you continue. Okay. Why you can be grandma and grandpa on the porch. But that's the recipe, so to speak. Okay. Five of Swords. All right. There was some type of, lies, petty fights. This is probably why you walked away, Cancer. Toxic energy, feeling taken for granted. Four of Cups. This person might have had options. This could have even been a third party for some of you. All the cups and all the people. Okay, might have been some gaslighting there. And there's the offer, the Ace of Cups. And it could also be someone being emotionally ready because now they have regrets. They want to offer this. They want to communicate that with you. Okay, and it always takes two to tango. Maybe some of these fights were your own, Cancer. Maybe some of you have regrets, okay? But I do see a sense of being strategic, lies, now justice, apologizing, and there is another Ace of Pentacles. Now let's start building, Cancer. Let's start the passion. Let's start the we got stability, we got passion, and we have, where is it, emotions here. Okay, so this is a nice recipe. And we even have some sword action with the King of Swords, speaking words, giving truths, giving that logic. So I'm with this, Cancer. I like this. All right, so since some of you are not in contact, I'll pull a couple of seems that way. We have walking away energy, someone about to speak here. Let me get some hidden messages here, Spirit, for Cancer. To the person, Cancer, you may notice some of your own emotions or discussion being had. You didn't see my tears. Yes, this person probably messed up here. I am recovering. And in truth, I'm waiting patiently. All right, so your person might have also, whoever is waiting. Hold on, let me fix my camera here because it moved around a bit. Sorry about that, Cancer. I thought I turned the hand tracking off. I'm gonna have to edit some of this out. Okay. New camera. All right. So I see I'm waiting patiently. So your person might have taken blows too, Cancer. Okay. I am recovering. I do feel like that's you taking care of yourself, and I do see I'm waiting patiently, and I see you let me down. I can't reach out. All right. So there's something for some of you, there is a blockage here. And I feel like it's going to be this person dealing with whatever mess, lies, this does look like there might have been other parties involved with the Five of Swords or them feeling stuck in their head. Some of you, it might have been addiction, literally, that this person was stuck in toxic patterns, whatever that was. Okay. So that is why, for now, you are trusting your intuition. What is this doing? Sorry, guys. Oh my god, the hand tracking is usually turned off. I talk with my hand, so that has to be turned off in readings. Let me see. But anyway, I'm wrapping up here. But it's like, you have to uh standard. Let's just switch this to normal tracking. Let me turn that off. Okay, you guys have to trust that intuition. Okay, in regards to this situation here, especially if you feel like they're coming. Now, for a lot of you with all these aces, I will throw it out there, aces can usually be new people, but it's like new people coming into your life as well. But for most of you, this is going to be the same person. It's a pretty consistent message. Okay, accept or reject, Cancer, because some of you may choose that new life away from this person. All right, and now this is the affirmation, guys, and we have acceptance. All right, we got it in the oracle cards too, to help you along with this energy. Now, you could say spirit, God, universe comes out in this, whatever you want. Okay, no matter your faith. I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. Yes, Cancer, I got chasing the sun as a download for you guys. So keep chasing the sun, enjoy yourselves, and trust that intuition. Light and love.